Hi, Carrie the Catalyst here. That's how I used to introduce myself a while back when I was making videos for my ESL second language students. Please forgive the background noise. Um, Husband home, crazy hair, slight headache, um, lots of stuff going on the peripheral, but I'm never going to make this video if I don't make it now, and I have to do it for the first assignment for the Radiant Speaker Academy. Okay, so please excuse the background noise and please excuse the slightly unfocused me that you're going to get today. I'm really glad this is the first video that we can compare and look back on. Crazy hair, crazy day, crazy brain. So we were assigned to talk for 10 minutes, and I'm only 1 minute into it. Um, on what we believe is our message to the world. I don't know how normal, hey, yes, sore throat too. But I don't care. I have to make this thing. Um, I don't know if it's just me that I have a lot of different things in my heart, or if it's possible to have more than one message because I'm so not a pro. All I know is that I have a passion for a lot of different things. One of them is storytelling, which is why I started a publishing company in 2000, because I really wanted to give, especially teens, but anybody who believes that God has given them a story, I wanted to help them tell it. So I wanted to give them a voice and a medium to tell their story. So one of the things I love to do is storytelling. But as I was thinking and planning and making bullet points for this speech, um, one of the things that came to mind is that a man years ago told me, what can you talk on for 30 minutes without thinking? And I thought, Jesus. And he said, yeah, but more specifically. And I'm like, Jesus. And he's like, yeah, but and I'm like, Jesus, because he kind of touches every area of my life. So I can talk for hours about Jesus and everything that he has done with me, for me, through me in the last 30 years. So that's one thing that could be my message. Um, I forgot the title. Okay, redo the past 3 minutes. As I was writing and planning and bullet pointing, which I'm not good at, but I'm learning, I felt like God gave me a very specific title. And it was thankful, thankful, hopeful. I tried recently to find it again, but I couldn't. Years ago, I read a blog article, and the man was saying that the actual origin of the word thankful is thinkful. And I thought that was just so cool. He didn't really go into detail, and I don't remember if it was the original. I don't know the original Latin or whatever it was because I couldn't find it recently to quote. But the concept of the root of the word thankful being thinkful really touched me deeply, because when I think about everything that God has done for me, I get extremely thankful. For some reason, the word grateful doesn't float my boat, um, because I can't explain the difference in my mind, but grateful and thankful aren't anywhere near the same thing to me. So I prefer the word thankful. And the reason I prefer the word thankful is because when I think about his goodness and what he's done for me, that is why I love the word thankful. And hopeful, one of my favorite verses is in Hebrews, and it says, hope is the anchor of the soul. So I guess my message that I would love to impart is to help people be thankful, thankful, and hopeful. Excuse the husband burp. So I've covered thankful. I have covered what I can talk about for a whole lot more than 30 minutes is Jesus and how he has touched so many areas of my life. Storytelling. Okay. When I started writing, I was 14 years old, and I was told that summer by one too many people that my stories were stupid. And at the age of 14, I wasn't right with God, and I didn't really know my identity in any way, shape, or form. So I stopped writing. And when I was 42, I felt like God kept saying, "You're not promised tomorrow. If you want to write, write." So I started writing again. And in the years between then and now, I've realized that everywhere Jesus went, he told parables. You can tell people a concept, but they probably won't get it. If you frame that concept in a story, there's a strong possibility they're not only going to get the concept, they're going to take ownership of it, because you're not telling them how to think. You're just telling them a story. So I love the concept of storytelling. And I don't know if that's part of the message either. But I truly believe every voice and every story matters. Apart from Carry the Catalyst here, every voice and every story matters has been a tagline of mine for a long time. Because another part of my story is that at the tender age of 42, when I had just started writing, I found out from my mother, who was a midwife for many, many years, that I was born dead. The umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, and I was blue asphyxiated. In 1963, just gave away my age, in 1963, they could revive a baby when they were white asphyxiated. But according to my mother, who was a midwife with extreme medical knowledge, there was no possible scientific way to revive a baby born blue asphyxiated with the umbilical cord around their neck. So ever since the tender age of 42, I've been living with the knowledge that medical science says I shouldn't exist, which is a huge reason why I wanted to join GPA, because the irony of someone who shouldn't exist impacting the lives of women for the better just really appeals to me. So I don't know if being born dead is part of my story. I also wrote a Bible study about heart matters that I've thought about submitting to the GPA under the personal development section. I haven't pursued that yet, but I don't love teaching the Bible per se, but I love sharing the Bible. So I don't know if that's a part of my story. And dreaming is a huge, huge part of my passion. Years ago, I read in Genesis 34, I think it is, the worst Joseph's brothers could say of him was, "Here comes the dreamer." And that's when I decided, of all the things I'd like to do in my life, it was to dream again. So another passion of my heart is to help women start dreaming again. And Michelle and Molly have alluded to it multiple times, but it was just confirmation for me. So I'm almost done with 10 minutes, and I honestly didn't think that these few bullet points would take me to the 10-minute mark. So I'll look back at this and laugh. I'm sure I will. God bless you, and I love you.